welcome back to A Peaceful Pursuit. My name is Michaela. I hope you're doing well. If you're new on this channel, we talk about homemaking, faith, lifestyle. I wanted to keep it lifestyle because then I can include random things here and there. So we're kind of doing like a pregnancy series on and off here right now, but I like to sprinkle in, you know, the other stuff too. So today's video is going to be a really big update. I mean, I'm going to share as much as I can remember. It's been a very busy month. I meant to have one of these out sooner so that it wouldn't be like 4 weeks in one, but that's what it is. So this is going to be my 18, 19, 20, and 21 week pregnancy update. So let's get into it. So we'll go back to week 18. I am actually 22 weeks now, so this was like a while ago. But baby was the size of a bell pepper at this point, and I was feeling lots of movement like throughout the day. Still really low in my abdomen. That's just where baby is when they're that big. But that's super fun. And then on my app it said that baby's ears, nose, and lips would be like recognizable on an ultrasound. We didn't have one at this time, so I can't really say, but I thought that was a really interesting fun fact. And then I was really starting to pop this week. Like people at work were actually noticing. They were like, oh my goodness, you're getting a little baby bump. So that was really fun. It was still like really tiny, but definitely noticeable at this point. Was still nauseous at this time, like at least once a day, sometimes twice. It would only last for 30 to 45 minutes. So it was like nice because when it would hit, I'd be like, okay, I know it's gonna pass. So I was like, it was easier to get through versus just like feeling sick the whole evening, which I pretty much was every night until that point. So that was not super fun. And then week 19, baby was the size of an heirloom tomato. And during this week, distinct fingerprints, like your baby's fingerprints, are supposed to have their distinct patterns. So that's so interesting. All these little things that happen in the womb is just so amazing to me. Like some of that I feel it could be done later on, but it's like it's done so early on, you know, that this is a unique human being that obviously God is knitting together. I just think it's so cool, like just those little details that are so detailed, for lack of a better word. It's just so, it's so cool. And then it also said that baby's sensory development was like crazy this week. So just developing like crazy, like the brain, you know, getting signals ready for hearing and seeing and all that cool stuff, smelling. And then this week I was so patient. I really was like so patient up until this week for our 20-week scan, which is where we would find out the gender. Well, we didn't find out at the appointment. We found out a couple days later, but I'll get to that. This week was when it really hit me that I was like, I'm gonna know in a week. And then I could not wait anymore. I was just like, this is torture, like waiting these extra days. I've been so patient. I cannot be patient anymore. So that got really hard this particular week. And then week 20, baby was the size of a banana, which lengthwise, that feels very big to me, and it's not really, but like I was just like, wow, that actually feels quite big, quite long, and there's still a lot more to go. So I was kind of like, oh boy. And then it also said that baby could taste. It was kind of like, I don't know what all the research is on that, but it said it's obviously not like your baby doesn't taste it as if it's actually eating it like we do, but it passes through like your bloodstream and your amniotic fluid and everything, and so like they can taste it, but I would imagine it would be really muted. I'm not really sure. I was kind of very interested in that because I was like, I wonder what that would taste like, but I don't really know how you could really know because we can't go back to being babies, so we don't really know, but very interesting. And we had our 20-week ultrasound. Everything looked great, which I was so thankful for. I just always get so nervous that like, I don't know, I have anxiety, so I'm always the worst, like the worst that could happen. I don't know, that's just my brain. So, but everything looked great. My husband was able to join me, which was really great. He hadn't actually been to an appointment yet. The only one that I like for future babies that I would like probably have him come to would be the first one. I just didn't this time, I guess, because it was like during the workday and it was kind of weird, but hard like schedule wise. but he did make it to this one. I wanted him to come to this one for sure. Yeah, I'm so glad that he did. He was like, it's really hard to tell what I'm looking at. I don't know, it just makes it so much more real when you actually see it up on the ultrasound. So during that appointment, we had a really funny, I don't know, he was probably like 60, this guy, doctor. And he's not my regular doctor, but he's the one that does like the anatomy scans. And he was just like such a goofy guy. Just, I don't know. But he said his at the beginning of the appointment, and then he was like, or her, I haven't checked yet. But then at the end of the appointment, like he was still saying his, and my husband didn't catch it and I did. But then I was also like, he was so just goofy the whole time that I was like, he's either messing with us or that's what it is. Like, because I could see it either way. I could see him like saying his, you know, thinking like, oh, if I say his, then they're not gonna think it's a boy or whatever, or they'll think it's a girl. I don't know. I just thought maybe he was messing with us. But turns out we had the gender reveal 2 days later. I have a video of that as well, and it is a boy. So I don't know if he was just still messing with us, maybe, because you would think like if he was messing with us, you know, his thought process might be like, well, if I use his, they're not gonna think it's a boy then, because, you know. But yeah, it is a boy. And we were so shocked. I talk all about that in the video, so I will let you check that out. But it was super fun. We just had family over and we did a Bumblebee theme, and it was so fun. And it just felt so good to actually know, because I was just like, I need to know. And then the next week, honestly, was fun. I started feeling a lot better these couple of weeks, week 20 and 21. I still would get nauseous like sometimes. I don't even know if it would happen every day. It's just so random, like it would just hit, but it would never last for longer than like 30 minutes. So it's definitely a lot better than it was. Still taking Unisom though, a little bit traumatized of stopping that. So I don't know when I'm gonna actually stop that. I would like to stop it soon to try again. It's the other times that I tried. I think I tried 3 times. It just was seriously horrible. Like I was literally nauseous for the entire first half. So I'm just like, I cannot. Like having these couple of weeks where I have felt more myself, just all around, just, you know, not sickly all the time. I feel like some of my energy is back. I'm still tired at night. Like I still do things all day and I'm tired, but I just feel generally more myself, and it's been so amazing. So I'm just like, I'm a little bit traumatized. So we'll try it soon, but still taking it at this point. But this week 21, we got a bunch of cute clothes. We have a nephew who is a little bit older than our baby will be, so we got like a bunch of cute little baby boy clothes, so that was super fun. And then we started looking at like paint colors for the bedroom and like talking more seriously about names, all that really fun stuff. Let's see, week 21, baby was the size of a carrot, which could also still be the same size as a banana depending on how large the carrot is. But when we were at the appointment, doctor said that I'm going to say he because we all know, but he was, what did you say, 10 ounces at 20 weeks. Or I was like 19 weeks, 6 days at the appointment, so he was like 10 ounces, so he said he was like right on track. And I will give you a little bump date because there is definitely a bump now. I cannot hide it any longer. I can maybe potentially hide it under like a giant sweater, but even then I don't know, you can still tell. It looks like I have like a little basketball or something. So I'm gonna tell you, I'm cute on top, I'm wearing sweatpants on the bottom. That's just how it goes when you work it all day, and here I am. So I will show you. Hopefully you can kind of tell. It's kind of awkward with my joggers, but this is also at the end of the day. I'm always a little bit bigger at the end of the day, not much though. Like even in the morning it's still there. Like it's just crazy. And like sleeping, I can tell now, and it's fun. I really like having a bump. I am just someone that I feel like a lot, I don't know, I've never really had like major body image problems. Like I haven't personally struggled with like weight or eating disorders and stuff, but I've always been someone that's really thin, and for some reason people love to comment on that more than like you would comment on someone that's not thin, and I don't get it because I think it's just as offensive. But that's one thing that I've struggled with. But other than that, I'm like usually fine with that stuff. I have anxiety about other things. I just feel so like feminine and like just like so myself having a bump. I just love it so much. It has been more difficult to dress. I've had to get some clothes. I'm gonna actually order more, I think, from Shein, just because I really need some stuff for this fall. Yeah, I don't know. Like, you could get away with wearing baggy, like I have a lot of sweatshirts and stuff that I could wear, but I also really want, you know, stuff that makes me feel beautiful and like things that I enjoy wearing. Because if you were a long-time subscriber, I used to be a fashion like person on here, so I do still enjoy that stuff. So I am gonna get a few things. I'm not gonna go crazy, but I am gonna get a few things because there are actually a lot of my shirts and stuff that I can't wear now. So that has been interesting. So we will see. It's gonna be really fun this fall though. I might have to throw in like a few maternity fashion videos. I know that's not really what my channel's about, but I have the lifestyle thing on there, so I feel like it fits if it's like sprinkled in. It's just not what my channel's mainly about, but I might have to because it's gonna be really fun to dress up the bump. Well, I think that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you're new, we would love to have you subscribe. I hope you have a great weekend, and I will see you in my next one.